Wasn't that press conference funny yesterday? Oh my goodness. Who won, y'all, between Bo Mack and Derrick James? Derrick James was, of course, taking shots at Bo Mack's weight, talking about hot Cheetos, talking about looks like he didn't miss a meal. Bo Mack told him to shut up, but in a harsher way. Um, you saw it happen with Terrence Crawford. He got into it, I think, with Spence's family, started dropping some N-bombs. Yeah, man. Spence was talking about what he's going to do to Terrence Crawford. And Terrence Crawford said he's going to take his belt off. Terrence Crawford's like, I ain't one of your kids. He said, I'm going to treat you like one. I think that got a little out of hand. Don't want to make it sound like you just go around whipping your kids all day. That's a wrong impression. I know Terrence Crawford loves his children, though. I've seen him talk about them on interviews. But I know people act like this is not important, but to me it is. Terrence Crawford won the first stare down. I know you guys, some of you think it's not important, but when you're facing your opponent and he turns around first, that gives you a mental edge, just like coming into the middle of the ring before a fight. If your opponent looks down and looks elsewhere, I'm thinking, okay, you're scared of me. I'm in your head. And Terrence and Errol Spence turned around first. And the second time they faced off, like at the end of the press conference, I think it was about the same, but first time he turned around first. And you ever hear the story about Tyson Fury and Klitschko in the sauna, how Klitschko would be in the sauna and I guess the sparring partners, whoever, couldn't take it, and he'd always be the last one in there. Well, Fury stayed in there until Klitschko left first, gave him the mental edge. He won the first round. So the first round was won by Terrence Crawford because Errol Spence turned around first, gave him the mental edge. I'm sure, like, if I was fighting, I would be willing to stare down the dude until the janitors come in the building. I'm going to keep looking at him until they start sweeping up. I'm not going to turn around first, make you think I'm afraid or something. Like, nah. So, and you saw the weigh-in. Terrence Crawford came in rapping, looked like he was holding a concert. And both guys coming in at 147, probably tomorrow. Crawford will probably come in around 155. Who knows? Maybe Spence 160. I don't know. But you could see the size difference wasn't like, oh shoot, might be a little different tomorrow. I don't know. But Terrence Crawford looks hungry. Errol Spence hungry, but more, he's more of that subdued personality, that talk real slow and drags it out and talks like that. But these are my final thoughts. I'm still taking Terrence Crawford, and I'm going to say fifth round knockout. Fifth round knockout. I think when Terrence Crawford finds out the history of these judges, he knows he's got to take it into his own hands. And he doesn't want to let it go to the scorecards anyway. Spence has, 3 of the belts? He has 1 or something like that. So with these judges, you don't want it to go to the cards. Nah, not at all. But I think the first round will come out. I think it'll be kind of slow. I think they'll both be trying to fill each other out. Someone may try to steal the round at the end, probably either guy trying to, cause some, make the judges and the crowd react to steal the round. Because if it starts slow, you want to close the last 10 seconds pretty strong. So I don't know who'll do that, but I suspect whoever wins the last 10 seconds of the first round will win that first round, because I think the first round will be a chess match. And, Errol Spence might be a little bit physically bigger, but I don't think he's physically stronger than Terrence Crawford at all. Both guys strong, but Terrence Crawford, I think he's the physically stronger guy in there. And second round, I think they'll still be trying to fill each other out because nobody wants to get embarrassed on a night where the world's watching. So I think it'll open up when somebody gets caught with something that kind of, I don't know if it wobbles them or staggers them, but something will get their attention to make the other guy open up. And when that happens, look for a war. I think from probably the third round to the fifth that I predict Terrence Crawford will stop him. I think that's when Terrence Crawford kind of figures him out and switches up, and he's going to probably catch Errol Spence while he's swinging or right when he's bringing his hand back. Wow. And you never know. He has to be on his P's and Q's too, because Errol Spence might try to time him like that, the minute he's bringing his hand back, because, sometimes Crawford gets hit on his way back. It's not that his head's so much in the air. It's just, sometimes he comes back without his guard up. And when you do that against a top fighter, they can make you pay for it. So Terrence Crawford has to definitely be thinking about that when fighting a seasoned guy like Errol Spence. Errol Spence is not the guy you want to take a round off on. Neither guy can take a round off here. They just have to go all out for however long it lasts. You just have to go all out. You don't want to leave it in the hands of the judges. You don't want any controversy. We might get 2 or 3 fights out of this, but I'm just dealing with this fight. I say Terrence Crawford, 5th round knockout. The weigh-in, like I said, was funny. Derrick James, man. It'll be interesting to see Derrick James go at it perhaps with Dillian White when his guy Anthony Joshua fights Dillian White. It'll be interesting to see if Dillian goes back and forth with Derrick James, because this dude, he's not shy, that's for sure. He's not shy at all. If you guys didn't see the last press conference, go check it out. Let me know what you think of the weights, 147. Let me know who you think will win and why. And I appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. N.W.J. Let's make sure this page takes off like a car with the brakes off. LSR forever. Thanks for watching.